Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Welcome to the quickest pack that's probably done this year. We're going to be doing the next 4 stages of the Hachette Partworks release and build the Apocalyptic Mad Max Ford Falcon. You know, I was just looking at the back here and we've got some exhausts and we've got a cover for the back here. That's it. That's all we're going to be doing today. So as I said, this is going to be a hyper quick stage. Now, I do believe this is still available. I have put a link in the video description. You've got that QR code on the screen. But let's show you exactly how quick this is. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so stage 43. As you see, we've got 3 items here. We're going to be putting this cover over where the spare wheel is going to be going here, just on top, just like that. And we're going to be starting to put some of the exhaust filler pipe in by the look of it. And that's how it's looking. That's all we're doing in that stage. Bringing this over, obviously, this is the area we're working on. We have, obviously, in the last pack, put all the electrics in here. So let's just open this. You do get this on these builds. I know a lot of people say that's not worth it, but you've got to remember that you've got a full cost of something and you've got to break it down over a certain amount of issues. And unfortunately, that does mean that sometimes you're going to get absolutely loads and sometimes you're not going to get much at all. It's just the way it works out, but at the end of the day, it just balances out to what you would actually pay for a model kind of like this. Put these parts to one side. I'm just going to be bringing this over, and what we've got to do is we're just going to be putting this over the top of this section here. Now, it's going to go in this way, and we need to make sure that these little tabs at the bottom here are going in the holes, and that everything is wrapped around each individual section here. So, just ensuring that's all into place, and that everything is lying flat. Perfect. There you go. In like that. That actually took 2 pages to tell us how to put that in. Okay, this is the filler tube here. I've got a nipple on the end, which I'm about to just put this pipe. Let's just get that in. All the way. Now the pipe has got a little keyhole pattern, so it's going to be going in here. Actually, I said it's a keyhole pattern. It's not a keyhole, it's a different shape. But as you can see there, it can only go in one way, just like that. And it's held in from the underside with one of these screws that come in this stage. This is a PSO2 screw, but it's actually held in from the bottom. Now I guarantee when I turn this over, this rubber pad is going to fall out, but I have managed to screw that in. I probably will need to adjust this. Now obviously we do want this to be able to come up so we can actually get to the spare tyre in there. Just another thing is obviously we want to be able to get to the battery box to put batteries in there as well. I haven't put any batteries in at the moment. I'm going to leave that until we start putting the interior on the car, but that's all there is to do in that stage. So this is stage 44. Now obviously in these packs we get 4 stages per pack, and as you see we've got the under section here where the spare wheel sort of housing goes. So it's looking like that. Another nice quick stage. Not much in this one. Again, just some screws and the cover here, which means I need to turn this upside down, but obviously I put that filler pipe in. So if I was to lay that down now, I'll tell you now I'm breaking the filler pipe. I don't want to do that. I am going to be putting this into position. Goes over the top here, and I'm holding it in with these screws. These are DSO2 screws. They are going into metal, so I've put a little bit of oil on them. And I'll get these all screwed in. Probably best to keep the car on its side, I think. Now, people have asked me, am I weathering this up? You bet I'm weathering this up. So what I'm going to do is I'll be doing that once the car is complete. I am very much aware that the inside would be weathered as well, but I'm under the impression that I can probably do that from the outside. It would make it easier doing it for the inside, but I'm not quite sure what I'm actually going to do for the inside. But as you can see, that's in place there, and that's all there is to do in that stage. So I'm guessing the last two stages we can probably do together because it's all to do with these exhaust systems here. So as you can see, we're putting both of these parts together. So we've got one whole little bit of, it looks like manifold and exhaust. And then in the last stage, I think we're going to be building onto that. Let's just have a check with some of the silencer boxes, just like that. We do get to mount this to the car just like that. Okay, let's do this. So the exhaust pipes actually come in their own box here, and they look like that. And basically I'm going to be wanting to take this underneath here so that this is going to sit nicely in just like that, lining all of these up. We have got a screw hole here, which is where I'm going to be putting a PS 32 screw. That's going to hold that into position just here. And then we've got two positions just here that we're going to be putting these screws in as well. One there and one here. I do like the chrome work on these. As you can see, look, check that out. Lovely. Okay, and then that means on the final pack here. So on this last stage, we're just going to take the silencer box and put this way round into there, putting it in with a PSO2 silver screw. Perfect. Put the other side over the top here. And once again, these silver PSO2 screws is going to hold that together. And now we're going to be putting this on the car. Again, worried about that pipe, so I'm going to hold this from underneath. But if I hold that just upside down there, let me just have a check actually. I can do it gently. I've left it down gently. This is going to be going on this side here, and I'm just putting it in the holes there, there, and there. That's how that's going to look. Now to hold this in, from the other side here with PS 05 screws. So if I get one in the center here, that's going to hold that into place. So I can put the other ones in, one at the top here. And I've got two just onto this point here. And then I've got one more just here. Now I'm guessing in the next pack, we're going to be putting the exhaust on the other side as well. But that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. See what I mean? That was light speed. So looking really good. Now, when I had the prototype for this, one of these was broken off. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to watch these to make sure we don't break these off. But looking pretty cool, huh? Very quick stage though. Very, very quick stage. Anyway, back to normal programming. I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.